So we need to come together. Because we can band together, we can help each other out. You know, the LGBT community comes together with the Black Lives Matter. That's powerful.
Absolutely.
That's powerful. It's once everybody from, you know, race to sexual preference to gender preference all comes together and understands the fight is human rights and protecting this earth. Because if we don't protect this earth, man, we ain't gonna have nothing. You know, I got 2 twin boys. They might not be able to see this world when they're 80. This world might lose oxygen, and their kids might die. You know what I'm saying? So it's real, man.
It is real.
We gotta protect each other. We gotta protect this earth. We gotta take out the powers that be.
I agree. How's it going, man?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Doing well. My name's Cam. I'll be your bartender today. How can I get you?
Kylie, let me get that Dr. Pepper and whiskey.
All right, cool. Let me get that for you.
Let's do it.
You want over ice?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Let me get that
in the building. May I have one of these peanuts right here?
Yeah, go for it. That's what they're there for.
All right.
All right.
We in the building.
What was your name again, dude?
I'm Khalisol.
Oh, shit. All right, so you were on American Song Contest, right?
Yeah, I might have been that guy.
Hell
You
yeah.
might have been the homie.
I watched that.
Something like that.
So you're a local rapper then for Albuquerque, or is it just New Mexico or Albuquerque? Which one?
Well, you know, currently based in Albuquerque. This is where, you know, hometown is.
Yeah.
But all of New Mexico, I represent, you know, production, writing, rap. So anything of that nature when it comes to musicality. I am a creative representing our state, holding it down.
There you go.
POP.
That's really cool. So you went on the American Song Contest. Who hosted that? I can't quite remember. I only watched one episode.
Snoop Dogg and Kelly Clarkson. So,
Shit.
you know, Big Uncle Snoop was hosting it. Kelly Clarkson coming through. The first reality show winner. Man,
oh, yeah.
It was actually pretty crazy. You know, me and Snoop might be the same size, man. Just so y'all know, man. 6'4", we in the building.
I dig it. I dig it. So what was filming like on a show like that? Like, because I watched the episode where you competed, and I understand that you didn't move on to the next round. So in your time that you were spent on the show, what was it like to be in LA, right? It was filmed in LA?
Yeah, it was filmed in LA. So it was really cool, man. I got to chill with all the contestants while we waited and just kicked it at our location. That was just basically the home base. And, you know, hold on, we got to make sure I don't overflow this mug. I'll come through, overflow it. But it was awesome, man. I just kind of kicked back, made some music, made some connections, made some more friends.
Oh, yeah.
Really just made friends. Really enjoyed the environment. California sun was nice.
Oh, yeah.
I know in New Mexico the fires are happening, so I was like, man, you know, I'm glad I don't got the crazy air, but praying for everybody, make sure everybody's safe.
Absolutely. The fires are really nasty right now. I'm surprised that California isn't having, like,
they normally have a meltdown this year.
I know. Normally California's on fire and we're decent. Now it's like reversed.
They passed the bug. That's what happened. They let a New Mexican rapper on TV and the state set on fire, man.
Oh, man, that's hilarious. Fire's not hilarious, though. That's,
it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully everybody's safe that, you know, unfortunately people lost property and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get it all back through insurance and everything's good to go.
Hopefully. I know that President Biden declared a state of emergency, so there's federal funds going in for it.
Byron helping us out. Hopefully Byron does it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's a...
We're in a building.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He's gonna, man. God got us. The universe always helps out. So
absolutely. That's good, because projecting what we want into the universe, we'll get it back. You know, that's a good way to think about it.
With every ending comes a new beginning.
Absolutely. So did you get to meet Kelly Clarkson and/or Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, I did. You know, Kelly was there. She just said, "What's up?" You know, I got to meet Snoop. I passed him on Albuquerque Dukes jersey.
Hell yeah!
You know, I wish I could have. Fortunately, New Mexico doesn't have a whole baseball team, so I put on the Duke. So we had to put the Duke out there in Albuquerque on the map. Yeah. And he really fucked with it. He liked it. Oh.
No, you good. Yeah, you good. Bar setting, we're good to go.
Oh, yeah, right? We got liquor, we chilling in this bug. All right,
we got liquor, we're good to go.
In that case, he really fucked with the shit, no?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he liked it and respected it, and it's cool, man. It's cool just seeing somebody I grew up watching and meeting him in person and just seeing this figure, this dude that, you know, you grew up listening to his music, you see him in all these movies, and then you're right in front of him, shaking his hand, he's telling you that you're dope, and that's the cool part about it.
That's legend. It's cool, like meeting your hero and saying he's proud of you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was, man. That's what it was. So
that's awesome. So Snoop Dogg carries a stereotype around him that he is a big stoner.
That's the highest dude alive.
Yeah.
I thought I was the highest man alive. I'm only the highest man in the 5. That is the biggest stoner alive. If there was a mountain, Snoop right under it because he a stoner. He picking up the stone and throwing it. He make the stone.
Okay, so the stereotype holds up.
Unfortunately, it's a great one, you know.
Yeah.
He holds it down in a good way. It's a positive manner to let you know that
Yeah.
people who get that high are able to conduct themselves in such a professional and organized manner. So when they're on TV in front of millions, you don't even like think about this person just being really stoned. They're like able to articulate their words. So it's a positive way of being very high.
Absolutely. At that point, then it's more like him being high is his persona.
Yeah,
that's just
facts.
who he is.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I mean,
This is my cologne. Currency, baby. Currency.
what's that cologne? You mean the marijuana? I don't. What are you talking about?
Kush, baby.
That's great. So we just got legalized here in New Mexico, as you know. Has that influenced at all, like how you go about the practice of it? Are you involved in it in any way? Did you go and participate when it dropped, anything like that, or were you filming?
Well, you know, before weed became recreational, I did not participate in that activity.
Yeah, fair.
I'm playing them. No, I mean, honestly, it's funny because I feel like people smoke regardless. People are going to enjoy cannabis, and people are enjoying it. And something I enjoyed and been using on a medicinal purpose for like helping me sleep for like a long period of time in my life. So I was enjoying doing my thing, man. It was very beautiful to see something like that happen. I was like, you know, I wish my grandpa was here to smoke one with me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We put one
Especially when the stigma just around it's slowly going away. Yeah. I think eventually the next couple of years might even be federally legal.
Yeah, I think it will be, man. They need to make some money off of it. We can help each other out.
Legit. There was a study that was done back in like 2004. It's a long time ago, mind you. But in 2004, a study showed that if you legalized marijuana and taxed it like you did cigarettes, you would pay off the national debt of the time in like 3 years.
See, it wasn't wise.
I know.
Wise, you know? But, you know, there's like a lot of stuff that happens within that. If they legalize that one thing, they're just trying to figure out how to make their money off of it.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like the biggest push is. It's like, how can they control it? Because once it's legal on a federal level, then it's like, how do you control pop-up shops and stuff like that from happening? And they just, Uncle Sam wants his dollar.
Yeah. And if you legalize it, I mean, there's always going to be a cash-only industry around it.
Exactly.
And then they're not going to even get their dollar anyway sometimes.
Exactly. So, you know, hopefully they make the right choice and we get this money going.
Although, it's not unheard of for mobsters and cartel members to pay taxes.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they're trying to do it right.
Yeah, they're like, Uncle Sam, here's your cut. Don't bust me. And Uncle Sam's like, okay.
Hey, well, you know, most of the time, the sad reality is a lot of people get boxed into having to do that. So it's like a lot of these times, if we had a fair system that would allow us to start these businesses from a really lower investment level to where it didn't cost millions to start or millions or thousands to start up when you don't have nothing. So I feel like you gotta do what you gotta do, man. And people was pushing their weight, and it's great that they push it back to the economy. Hopefully they could drift it off into something that helps out the communities, you know, maybe push the herb. That's good.
That's true.
Legalize that.
Yeah, it takes so much to start a business. It takes hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're starting a business on like a corporate, like tradable level in the economy.
You need startup costs for sure.
And that's just unrealistic for like 90% of Americans.
No, facts. And the fact is, like, most people who, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what the stat is exactly, the percentage, but a lot of people die with less than $10,000 in the bank. So if you think about that, you really can't start a business now because we got technology with less than 10K, but really, like, it takes money to make money. So you're going to need a lot of money to maneuver. And if you got to worry about your survival, you got kids, you got all this, it's hard. Yeah, especially if you didn't come from a family of wealth or anything like that, who allows you to, like, you know, throw ideas at the board and can help you with startup costs. And you're kind of just wishing on a star and hustling up and getting out the mud. So you got to get any way you can.
And maybe you make it, but the odds of you making it are extraordinarily low.
Yeah, so, you know, and it's up to the people that make it to allow what they did and open up different avenues for other people. So we make sure we get our brothers and sisters out there safe and sound. You know what I mean? Make sure nobody got to go behind the bars.
Absolutely.
We got to keep the cycle of cartels going. We could stop it if everything goes smart. They legalize, you know, certain products, not hard drugs, but you know,
like
soft ones, like
there's not a world that exists where meth should be illegal and accessible.
Hell no.
No, absolutely not.
I understand with that.
But meth is a Schedule 2 or a Schedule 3 drug, where marijuana is a Schedule 1.
You know what I'm saying?
There's just no
so allow that.
sense.
And by doing that, legalize that, you allow a lot of people to get out the streets. But what they should most importantly do is maybe the people who have been in trouble for something like that, they could allow them an opportunity to get in on the business and better their lives. Because you got to look at the people who got arrested for petty crimes, man. So many people lost their lives over joints or different things like that. So it's like, man, we gotta set up an initiative to help out the people who were affected by this before it became a cool thing, before it became the cash cow. And allow people who are trying to get in, not the proper stake, but maybe there's a way where we can help each other out.
Yeah, help people get at least a part of it. Because there's people who are currently lifetime sentences in prison for sometimes less than a gram of weed.
You know what I mean? And the people who sold weed, it's like, why should I go to prison with a killer if I sold some flour to somebody who might have had cancer and needed it, or somebody who just needed it, had a bad day and it didn't harm nobody? Yeah,
because how many people die a year from weed? 0.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah. How many people die from alcohol a year? Thousands. Right? Yeah, this is legal. Yeah, this is. I can serve you this.
You know what I mean? We in the building, baby. Yeah. So, unfortunately, pick your poison.
That's exactly. And so you should be able to pick your poison.
Pick our poison.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything's going to kill us anyway. If my body can handle a McDonald's hamburger, a joint's not going to do anything to me.
Bro, McDonald's has evolved us to superhumans. We about to be superhumans, bro. It's going to be a hotline, 1-800. If you eat McDonald's, call this number. Because you're growing to 5 pinkies. 50
you're just radioactive.
You're radioactive.
Why is he glowing?
He ain't Mickey D's growing up. He was part of the first Kid Meals package with the DVDs.
That's about when they started testing horse meat. Yeah, right there.
Right there. And the burger was what is it called? It can't expire. So when it can last 25 years, man, we eating the same burger from 1982.
That's horrifying. There was this old myth. I don't know if you had the same one growing up, but my mom used to tell me that if you swallowed gum, you couldn't digest it and it gets stuck in your stomach.
Bro, I always heard that too, man.
There's no way.
I saw so much gum and I'm like, damn. Damn, son.
I'm just screwed from all the gum I swallowed.
Bro,
but then I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I can eat a McDonald's hamburger. The gum's sugar-free. Like, there's
nothing there, man. Yeah, and I stopped messing with gum and I realized, man, I'm like, yo, dude, this shit right here, dude, this thing I might have a stomach of gum. Stop me from eating gum.
You just burp and it's just
like, they're like, hold on, bro. So, shout out to the myths of gum in the belly.
I know. The fact that exists is crazy and funny.
So, right?
Just the urban legends that exist like that. And sometimes they're as innocent as gum, and sometimes they're a little bit more not so innocent, even to the point where they're bigoted.
Bro, there's some crazy stuff out there, man. My dad always told me this one thing, though. Maybe everybody will get this.
Okay.
He said, if you don't brush your tongue or brush your teeth, a cockroach will grow on your tongue. I don't know why you tell me that when I was a baby. I was like, man, fuck a roach. I ain't got a roach on my tongue. I'll make sure I brush my teeth.
It's like you're tired of the creator and just
he told me a story about this lady who had licked a package. There's like an egg on it. Cockroach grew in her mouth because she didn't brush her teeth. And I was like, that is nasty as hell. Why would you tell like a 7-year-old kid that? Why are you telling kids this? But hey, I'm brushing my teeth. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say I'm gonna brush my. I still brush my teeth already.
Twice a day, keep it away.
I'm gonna go 3 a day now after hearing that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Every meal you need to get a little brush on.
Yeah.
Make sure you're nice.
Absolutely.
Make sure your dentures is right. The dog, I say brush the dogs. That's what we say, man. Brushing the dogs.
Brushing the dogs.
Brushing the dogs.
Let the dogs bark. You're just out here with your smile. Let them bark.
Let them bark. As long as they don't bite. If your breath biting, that's a bad dog right there. You gotta go brush that up.
So tell me about your experience as a rapper within Albuquerque, because what people may not know is that Albuquerque has a huge music scene. It's massive here. I know a lot of people. I had a guy named Armand here in my bar a while ago.
Oh, that's the man.
Yeah,
that's
beats producer guy.
Oh, bro, we got a project in the works, baby. Actually done. It's been done for about a year.
Is this almost ready to come
out? Yeah, we just lined it up. Everything kind of was strategically planned. You know, with the show, it's kind of like the first thing to do. Now I got all this content and stuff that I had created over the past year to 2 years that I'm just gonna like flood out. But biggest thing too, man, about like being Albuquerque, being an Albuquerque artist, you would say, or artist from New Mexico, is like the scene's dope, man. There's a lot of really like killers out there. Well, I'll put my money on who could contest, man. People from Rakim El Nor to Z the Author to 100 Keys, man. Those people are monsters, man. They'll eat people up, and like so many more artists out there. I can name 10 to 20 of them. Just I'm like,
and I like the diversity of the pool, because you can go and see Z the Author at a show, or you can go see someone like Dust City Opera, who is like more folky, or there's country artists.
Well, see, that's the crazy part, man. You got like Sun Sounds, you got like people like Slums of Harvard doing their thing. So it's like crazy where you go all around the board. On a musical level, I think we're holding it down, man. That's one thing, like being out there, being on the show, it showed me it was kind of like, nah, New Mexico, we hold it down.
Oh, yeah.
All of our genres, respectfully.
Oh, yeah. Especially with how many like people we have. We're not the biggest state in the world. Definitely not the smallest. I mean, Albuquerque has more people than the entire state of Wyoming.
So, not a lot. But the beauty is we make we make really dope art with what we got.
Yeah.
Because it's not what you have, it's what you could do with what you have. And the fact is, we don't have a lot, and we're able to do something. We're able to still make noise to a national level, and make the world hear us in some weird way.
So has your career been heightened, elevated, or enhanced based upon going on that show? Did you get a bigger audience? Did you think it was critical in a good way or a positive way to your work?
Oh, honestly, it was all positive.
Yeah.
Some of it is we're our own critiques, so you can look at what you look at, but it was good. It was real organic growth. So I was able to see my page grow from only like 1,600 followers to 3,600, and it's climbing and it's still going up. So the push is going, and all my listeners go from single digits to triple digits to double digits. Different states listen to me equally.
Yeah.
The ratio of boy men to them days, everything up there went up. So I'm glad everybody's listening to me. So that's the cool part. And it kind of showed me that my music's for everybody. It's not for one specific type of person, one specific type of audience, or one type of listener, one type of race or gender. It's for everybody. It's
Absolutely.
For any human trying to do their thing.
So the show gave you that opportunity to break out of your normative audience, in the sense that there's a type of person that would listen to Khalisol prior to the show. Once the show hits, now everyone listens to Khalisol.
Yeah, you got a glimpse, and now I see I got old people and young people listen to me at the same percentage, which is funny. I'm somebody who likes to study the business of things, so I look at the analytics, and I go and I dissect the insights, and I look through my page and I see who's listening to it, where they're listening to it, what's their age, what are the demographic and the analysis of everything, because that's how you ultimately grow in this. It's a business. It's how you grow in this industry. You're able to. People don't realize that the art is one thing, but being able to navigate the business to get yourself forward and push yourself further than where you're at is a whole nother beast in itself. So you got to study on who's listening and where they're
Absolutely. Otherwise, you can't grow your brand at all.
Yeah.
Like if you have a YouTube channel, you got to look at the YouTube analytics. How many men to women are watching? If I'm getting 80% men, what can I do to capture the women audience?
Gotta get the women up.
They them audience.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Am I capturing the LGBTQ community, the Black community, the Hispanic community, the fucking Greek community? How do I get the Greek community to consume my media?
That's what I'm saying. The thing is, because I believe personally, sorry, it takes a second, but I believe personally there's an audience for everybody. So if you have art coming out of you if you have art, pause, but if you have art pulling out of you, then there's an audience. There's somebody there who listens to it because it heals people, man. It's all expression. It's all preference too.
And
even the bad stuff.
Oh yeah, and media, the point of media, whether it be video, song, dance, whatever, right? It's supposed to invoke emotion. Yeah. And sometimes that emotion should be anger.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Sometimes if you watch that, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Oh, sorry,
I cut you off. You're good to go. You speaking.
But if you ever watch that MIA music video, I forgot what it's called, but it's the Ginger genocide music video.
Oh, I need to check that out.
The song is called, it's something, fuck the system type of name. I don't remember what it is, right? Okay. But the music video chronicles a very 1940s Germany style America, and they're hunting down and murdering all of the ginger people here. So a very dystopian fascist state, right? And you just get so enraged because the way the music is, and it's lining up with shots, and you just get so angry. And that's the beauty of it. Yeah. You can have anger.
Well, I think beautiful music, and actually we're going to say good music. Good music makes you feel something.
Exactly.
Whether it be, anger, joy, happiness, sadness, content. Whatever it is, if it's good, it speaks that language. It speaks that to you. It doesn't have to be a certain type of lyrical ability above anything. I can't really say lyricality or whatever, if that's a word. But it doesn't have to be composed in a certain way. It just has to feel right. And I believe there's any genre can do it.
So what type of emotion do you go for when making that music?
Well, it's weird. I'm such a introspective artist, the way I attack stuff, or I like to be conscious and mindful of my environment. So I consider myself like a journalist of my environment. So it's kind of what's going on around the world in the times. Nina Simone said it best: the music should reflect the time. And I don't know if it's verbatim what she said, but it's like that,
something like that.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. So I like to look around and see what it is, read the room, and see what's happening. So that kind of sways what's going on. And personally, myself, whatever emotions I'm in, I might be depressed, so I'm making this type of music that's speaking to myself to get me up and get me out. Or I might be happy, so I'm speaking a certain type of music that's bringing joy to the world. So kind of just whatever the day brings me. Yeah, I write the emotion of the day. Cool. Yeah.
That doesn't cornhole you into one genre either. What's been your favorite venue to play at in Albuquerque?
So in Albuquerque?
Yeah, and then let's do Albuquerque and then nationwide.
Oh,
not including Albuquerque venues.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, we go nationwide, I say Meow Wolf, baby. That's where we at. That's where we at. So
oh, man, I love
see something different. Meow Wolf's the spot. But Albuquerque, I mean, there's a lot of spots. You know, it goes down from, I love Sister Bar. Sister Bar cool. Has a cool hip-hop vibe. I wish I could do like an all-age show there with like, bring, you know, my little cousins and all them out because I have a lot of younger family, younger audience. But I love the vibe of Sister Bar, you know, Launchpad. I like, man, there's some spots out there, bro. There's some interesting spots.
Yeah.
Personally, the best venue is the park.
The park?
Outside, baby.
Nice.
Outside, no restrictions.
So over there, like, what's the park? I don't know what it's called. But
Roosevelt.
Yeah, Roosevelt. That's the one.
I've had my funniest shows in Roosevelt, man.
Yeah.
Roosevelt's fun, dude. So
that's cool.
Anywhere you could get a stage, if you could get it outside during the summertime, I feel like that is the best venue that Albuquerque has to offer. If it has the best sound. But, you know, sound-wise, I say follow the list of what I said, maybe Launchpad, you know.
Yeah, Launchpad, Sister Bar,
Sunshine, El Rey, you know, those places like
the
that.
Heavy hitters.
Isleta, if you could get up there, you know.
Isleta's fun. I think that there's a certain type of show for Isleta, and I don't know, like I saw ASAP Ferg live when he came to town, right?
Okay.
And I got backstage passes, we met him and everything like that, and I felt like if ASAP Ferg had played at Isleta, it wouldn't have been as fun.
Too big. It might have been like you want to make it intimate. You want to make that energy
I caught
special.
him at El Rey, and the crowd was so packed that when we were bouncing up and down, I wasn't even moving, and the crowd was like carrying me side to side.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I think honestly, it was just kind of like the world's getting back to that, like more intimate style shows. I mean, big shows are dope too. Like, festivals are fun.
Oh yeah.
It's like what's better than I'm sorry, burp. Excuse me for that. Try to burp under the thing. But I think what's better than being with your favorite artist and being like almost so close to them that you can feel what they're saying.
You can feel their sweat.
You feel they sweat. Man. I like being in the crowd. I like being on the opposite end. But from that perspective, the best shows are intimate. I was blessed to see Kendrick when he performed at Sunshine when he came out here and did Good Kid, Mad City.
Oh shit!
It was like right when it dropped.
Yeah.
And dude, it was so dope. It was just like intimate. It wasn't the same when it was at a bigger venue because it's just like the music's amazing, the vibes there, but like, you know, it's the heat, you know, being carried by the crowd, the energy of the crowd, and like the energy of the environment that you're in definitely could dictate it.
I love that. What's your favorite? Not what's your favorite? When performing on the stage, what's your favorite way to interact with the crowd? Like how to get that vibe going.
Man, honestly, I like to look at people who might not be like dancing or grooving. I look them in the eyes and I just rap all my words to them in their eyes. It's like, I look people right in the eyes. They're like, "What's up? You go feel me?" Or like, I like to get in the crowd, go around, and start dancing and bouncing around. I'm very energetic. You know, I like to make sure that I'm moving around and people watching me. They're just like, "Oh shit, this dude just
he's getting into it.
He's vibing. This guy's sweating. You see the neck vein. You know what I mean? The neck vein pop out. You really performing. So like that's my biggest thing is crowd control. I like to, you know, talk to the crowd, get intimate with people, look people in the eyes, and, you know, hey, I'm a real person. You know, at the end of the day, I might be on the stage rapping this music, but I'm just like you. I'm just expressing how we all feel in the moment, and maybe we can vibe together.
Yeah, you're just another Briqueño.
Yeah, you know, it's all bad. We're all bad.
All bad, eh? So hip hop has taken a really interesting turn in the last, I'd say, 10 years, right? There's more of an emphasis on the production, like beat side of things, than lyricism. Like back in the day, we had like the man, the myth, the legend, MF Doom, all caps, right? God tier, right? It was a lyricist. Eminem would be considered a lyricist. Not Dr. Dre, but well, all of, you know,
lyrics is riding cap.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
All of
Cube
NWA,
and DOC, all that. They was holding it down.
But nowadays, if you get a rapper like XXXTentacion or even when I freaking love him, Fetty Wap, when he hit the scene, right? It was more about the vibe of the music.
I feel that.
Do you think that's a good thing? Where do you fall into that? Are you trying to be a lyricist, or you want to focus more on the beat side of things?
Well, you know what's crazy? I think it's the cycle. It's the evolution of hip hop. So hip hop, when it first started, it started with the DJs, and they were controlling the party. And you know, and those people came over here from Jamaica, wherever parts of the world they came from, and they held down these parties in New York, and they're doing stuff. It might have been all over the world too, because at the same time we all got it, but where it originally started from was the party. So the DJ was there. The rapper was just the MC. We controlled the crowd. So we might not have been rapping at the beginning. There's just people be like, yo, put your hands up. Yeah. And it focused more on the vibe of these breaks that we're taking from James Brown records, Earth, Wind & Fire records, and like, you know, finding these different funk records that we liked and like looping it and just getting the party going. So it's weird that it went to that. It went back to the overall production, which it really production back then. It was just looping and getting the vibe going, but it was about the vibe. So myself, I think I fall into the vibe. I'm like a lyrical vibe.
Okay.
Like butter, baby, where I flow is smooth like butter. You're gonna digest a lot. You're gonna hear a lot, but you'll be able to digest it. And you're gonna be able to like hear what I'm saying and feel what I'm saying.
It's just easy listening, because like if you listen to MF Doom, right? Love MF Doom, but he gets you thinking and you're contemplating the lyrics and you're feeling all of the p's and the th's and all the consonants. Whereas I've listened to like modern rappers, like even like recent stuff that Z the Author put out, amazing songs. Really digestible though, really easy to listen to.
Well, you know, I think there's a time and place. I think like me personally, I love Doom. That was like somebody's study. So when I wanted to listen to Doom is when I go and like most people say like they listen to music, feel something. Me with Doom is like I'm going to a library. I'm going to like read these books. I'm going to see these movies and like what he's saying at me. And it's like from a lyrical standpoint, all this imagery that he's saying, I'm like, yo, what did this dude say? So I got to bring it back 5-6 times, and that's like the balance of it. You need that over lyrical stuff so a Z the Author can exist. You know what I mean? Balance, you know, when we get those what they like to say lyrical miracles or the backpack rappers,
lyrical miracles,
they're like the pioneers of poetry. So that's where the rap aspect, rhythm and poetry, when it became a thing where it's like, all right, not only did I realize we could get the party going, but now if we say something right, we could get people moving. A lot of people don't know the correlation to hip hop and positive movements within the community is a huge thing. Like from the 80s, and then when hip hop drifted and went more unconscious and more party vibe, shit like changed. The graduation rate changed, the way people move changed, the murder rate changed, the crime rate changed. So it's like people don't understand is like it's a power. And if you could do the balance, you could be like a Drake, you know what I mean, and figure out a way to make people think about what they're doing. But you don't have to preach to people. But then there's the Kendricks, and you know, so I think it all coexists with each other. I think you need a Doom so Drake can exist, but you also need a Soulja Boy. At the same time, and we need, just like you need an MC Hammer and Vanilla Ice, you need
like how you need the OGs guys like Big Daddy Kane. And,
you know what I mean? Exactly. Big Daddy Kane made it so a Hammer can exist, but a Hammer made it so, you know, ultimately Eminem could exist. Because, you know, if we all had this one sound, it's gotta be like, all right, man, this is whatever.
It just becomes country.
It just becomes country, you know. Hey, unless you John Morgan, baby, that's the killer right there, John Morgan, baby.
I actually like a good chunk of country, like Johnny Cash, Abner J, Josh Turner. God, I would let Josh Turner have me. I love that man. But it does have a very sound. Like everyone knows that sound. It's country sound.
Yeah, you know, you hear that twang in it, man. That's like the crazy part about it, dude. It's like the evolution of music. I think like country music's a great example of when you're shoving almost the same style down people's throats. Eventually, they're gonna reject it to the background, and it becomes something that's not the forefront. And that's like where I think rock thrived at. Rock, when it dissected into its own little lane, it had so many subgenres that it was like, dude, there's so many different genres of rock, you don't even know what it is. That's hip-hop right now. Hip-hop, so many subgenres of hip-hop, from lyrical stuff like Doom all the way to XX, all the way down to, you know, people like
Mario fucking Judah.
Man, Lil Dickies, and all the way to Snoop Dogg's and Jay-Z's, you know what I mean? Down to like us, someone like me. So it's cool that it's like subgenred out and it has homes, not like disco, where it's just like one.
There's a reason why disco as a fade just kind of faded out, right?
One sound.
But it's interesting that country, rock, and rap, they all have the same roots.
Well, man, it comes from jazz and blues, man.
Yeah, which originally comes from slave music back in the 1800s.
Well, you know, Negro spirituals, if we want to get deep into that, which is even crazier, you know, it goes down. It actually goes even deeper than that to the start of man, you know, when we were out in Africa before it was Africa, because if you want to get even deeper, Africanus, look up your stuff. He conquered Africa, so whatever we want to call this land before it dissected and separated, people were dancing. These tribes were dancing to their heartbeats, and they were creating drums, and they're using these drum patterns to express emotion in a way to speak to our ancestors and speak to our soul and keep our vibrations going, keep our chakras high. And we use it from the heartbeat. So that's how you know music's a part of the human now. It's crazy because religion, they got like the devil's the angel of music, so you can get deeper tied into that. But when it comes to the modern music we have today, hip-hop, which is the #1 sound, it strictly comes from all genres. So we had to sample rock and roll music and jazz music to make this crazy beat. But then like jazz comes from blues, and or not jazz comes from blues, hip hop comes from like all that, and jazz and blues were like the foundation of make these other musics. But before that, you had opera, and then you had, you know, different types of spiritual music, which slaves would be singing, and that created like soul music, which gives us like R&B and all that type of feel. That's like the grit behind it. So, you know, you want to get the Anita Bakers without, unfortunately, slavery, which should never happen. But,
you know,
with pain comes beautiful art.
Yeah, and we probably would have gotten this beautiful stuff without slavery. However, now that we do have it, we can appreciate the art itself.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like the way the system's set up. When the system becomes fair, then it'll be really good music that can heal everybody. So then, unfortunately, people are gonna have to see the evils of it, because it's like, how can we live in such good when there's such pain that created and it was unacknowledged and not healed yet? You know, many communities have been healed from, you know, Jewish people that get reparations from many different countries, and, you know, still black people have yet to have certain neighborhoods that we own and we're able to do stuff. So it's, you know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, you know,
reparations is also a very interesting topic because no one understands what that actually means.
Like, no one's ready for that one.
Do you know who Gary Chambers is? He's running for Louisiana Senate.
No, I'm not.
He's this black dude out of Louisiana, and his opening campaign was him on this like real comfy couch in the middle of the swamp, smoking a fat blunt and talking about crime statistics about marijuana, how black people are 7 times more likely to be incarcerated, and how we make millions of dollars off these individuals, how they can't vote anymore, like shit like that. And he was talking a segment about how when we bombed as a country, when we bombed Tokyo, we fixed Tokyo. When we bomb a city in the Middle East, we go in and give aid, we give reparations. We literally bombed black people. Philadelphia,
Tulsa.
Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Tulsa. Alabama. We literally did that and refused as a government to pay those reparations. And so it's just very interesting of how we'll take care of everyone except for black people.
Well, you know the reality of the situation is, and this goes with my Native American people as well. If reparations were really given to Native American people, the indigenous people and black people, then, you know, the system would change. And I believe the other opposite side, Europeans, white people, it's a fear that y'all got. So let's keep it real right here. We'll get to the tough one.
To be real.
To be real with the reparations, to be like, it would mean to destroy this whole system. And it would be like, okay, let's abolish cops, but not abolish the idea of protection. What we do is now equal opportunity. We're getting people from the actual communities that are protecting the communities, like a Black Panther Party, as opposed to these people who are from, you know, Orange County or from the deep South moving up and trying to protect stuff like that. And then from a business standpoint, you're going to look at all these companies, these Fortune 500 companies, and you're going to dig back on their lineage, and you're going to see Atlanta kind of had a bit on it, where it's like you look back on your family history, and if you owned slaves, you owed somebody money. The ideology of that is kind of true in a sense, because it's like, if you look back in your family history, what gave people that advantage was
slavery.
Was slavery, and it's unfortunate. And beyond slavery, it was the killing of so many people, the blood and like the manipulation and like all that happened. That's like untold. You know, we know more about European history than we know about the actual history of America,
which is a fucking shame because the history is so rich. Being in New Mexico, right, we have a rich
reparations. Tell the truth. That's the real reparations. If they tell the truth, then we could go from there.
Yeah, if we could tell the truth, if there could be compensation for people on the government, not like, I'm not going to give a black person $500 a month, right? But I might pay a percent of taxes to make sure that happens on the government.
You know what it is? Like a good thing for that would be like, you know, people of color should not have to pay taxes, and specifically African Americans. If we want to go in there and talk about black people, the black community, we should not have to. And indigenous people as well pay taxes. We should actually receive taxes. We should receive all this extra money. There should be a fund set aside that allows proper education, where it's like, if I want to go to college, I don't have to pay $30K because it's hard for me to pay that a semester where I'm coming from, where my environment is. But even deeper than that, provide us with housing for free, like different types of, not projects where it's like you're throwing us on top of each other, but allow me to own a home without having to pay property taxes, without having to pay state taxes, without having to talk to Uncle Sam. You know, we can start there. Like, take Uncle Sam out of the pockets of the black man and allow us to flourish and allow us to have our own Black Wall Street. And then when we do that, when you allow us equal pay, because the crazy thing is, you know, this guy here with a dog lane. That's the universe saying we getting deep, baby. But you know,
y'all gotta calm down. Calm the hell down.
To get real though, you know, like as I try to gain back in my train of thought of it, to be truthful, black people in general, we spend the most money when it comes to economical things in the U.S. We actually have a big, if you look at the stats, and I'm not sure the percentage of it, but you can look it up. It's all out there. Black people in general, we spend a lot of money back into the economy. We put a lot of money out there, like whether it be going out and making sure we're supporting brands or supporting local bars and supporting stuff that aren't black owned, so which is really crazy. You know, we support Nike more than we support Yeezy shoe, when Kanye couldn't even do his own shoe unless he had to go through a head corporation, you know, like Strawberry, you know, Stephon Marbury. Most people make fun of him for starting a shoe, but the reality was Black people ourselves, we make everything dope, which then markets it, which then consumers like it and they buy it. You know, from everybody's swag, from having certain baggy pants all the way to the styles they wear, it comes from Black people. And
anything style and fashion today is either from the Black community, the Hispanic community, or to a certain degree the Native community. I mean, the whole like even this button-down shirt, right? If I wore an undershirt, which I sometimes do, that's a more Hispanic vibe, especially if I button that top one.
Well, you know,
so,
and then it's like unfortunate because like, and it's not necessarily, so you got to look at baggy pants, for instance. We didn't rock baggy pants because it's a fashion thing. Yes, some people made it a fashion thing, but it's also because the pants didn't fit.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford at times to have new pants, so my pants had holes in them, but now it's a fashion thing, you know what I'm saying? I had the Forces clean rocking them out, and that was like a luxury to have a pair of Forces, so I made sure I kept them clean. Now it's like a fashion thing, people doing it. Cornrows, so my hair is so hard to like keep contained, so I got to get braids. So you know what I'm saying? I got to get locks. I got to twist it up, lock it up. And now it's a fashionable thing. It's a marketable thing. And that, if you want to get real with the reparations, is there should be a percentage given back to the communities from like TikTok when they used all these Black songs and Black artists and Black dances to flourish as a business, and Spotify when it uses all of this Black music and Black art to generate all this money. There should be a fund pot that's allocated to it. And you know, President Byron, I ain't gonna call him Biden, call Byron to the end, but he could have made it happen and vetoed a bill that went to the lower income communities and was supposed to help us out, specifically Black people, and it didn't. They wanted to, you know, put more into the army. So, you know what I mean?
Which is absurd because our army, we have the two biggest militaries in the world, our U.S. military and then the police force here in America. Both are bigger than every single military in the entire world.
Spend the most on it.
And if you were to even cut a quarter of it off, we could have free health care.
Yeah,
we could have free college for we could take care of our marginalized communities. We could take care of the indigenous people whose land is theirs.
It's theirs,
right? It's fucking theirs.
For real. But the reality is, I think, you know, and we'll go to white people, we'll say they, because it's a different thing. When people think white, which is kind of crazy, they think like, you know, people from, they don't think of Spaniards. Spaniards are colonizers. So we're talking about colonization.
We're talking about
the people that colonized the world and switched it to Western civilization and took it away from Eastern are working against the world. So therefore, I don't even see them as humans. You know, it's like, how can you create a system that works against the place we need to work with so we can thrive? You know, and we do all this crazy shit. We spend money to watch over ourselves, but not even that. We actually spend more money to take from other places. We spend more money to expand, and it's like, why not spend more money to explore, like to come together, create one language that we all could speak.
Exactly.
And we could like come together. You know, I should be able to speak the same language as someone in France, and we should all have a universal language where we communicate, and we're able to like be like, yeah, we're humans. We're not, you know, we're the human beings. We're one race on Earth.
Because race, as a concept, race doesn't exist. In fact, you want to talk about people are always mad at like the British and Germany and whatnot.
Right
fucking Spaniards, they're the ones that gave us Christopher Columbus, dude. Like
Colum.
I freaking God. Anyway,
but you know it's crazy, man. I would cut you off, but for real, like this is something me and my homies we talk about. It's like, well, you got to look at it as like when the world was what it was, and who knows if it was like, we'll say Pangea, if everything was one in a centralized location. I personally think what happened was everybody had darker skin. We had melanation to protect us from the sun. Yeah. And these certain people who migrated to certain spots, when things kind of split off and it got cold, like a Russia and it got all that, they had to go to caves. So it's like cave people, you know?
Yeah. See, there's that caves
until the Moors came, and the more explorers came from the African region and showed these people, got them out of caves and showed them hunting stuff, but then ultimately backfired. So what we're witnessing is history repeating itself in a weird fashion, to where it's like you teaching somebody something and then them using it against you to gain power. And ultimately we're like the effects of teaching person who's barbaric how to use a knife, and they turn around and stab you. So if you want to get deep in the rabbit hole, it's like that. You know, you brought the caveman out the cave and expected him to be civil, but when he got the gun, he just wanted more power. He wanted more land. He wanted more warmth. And unfortunately, we're now dealing with the after effect of the game, like chess, man. That's why chess is such a crazy game. You can't go back. When it's the end game, you can't go back to the beginning. You're just after effects.
I need to digest what you said there. That's woo.
But melanation really protects us from the sun. The reason why we have dark skin protects us from the sun. Fortunately, you know, if you stay in the sun too long, I stay in the sun too long.
I fry after an hour.
Yeah, and you know, you might get skin cancer. It's even that deep. But you know, we get like, you know, my mom, she'll be able to stay out there longer than myself. But I'm just gonna tan. I'm just gonna get dark and recharge. And
I get red.
And you know, and it might just be because you're, you know, you were migrated in a different part. And the world split up. You know, you just didn't have no sun.
But so my lineage is direct. I got the fucking
Neanderthal.
Neanderthal. I got the British and I got Germany in me.
Okay.
So like I got like world guilt is my heritage.
Oh shit, it's all, you don't gotta have guilt about it, man.
Well, what I was gonna say was race doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
It was a construct invented basically by the Spaniards who were trying to figure out a way to enslave indigenous populations. In fact, slavery that existed before that wasn't based upon race. It was based upon other bigotry.
Class and stuff.
Exactly.
Classism.
But to say that a black person and a white person and a brown person and someone who's Asian is different is absurd. We're the exact same. The difference is pigment of skin, which is caused by the close proximity to the equator and all kinds of shit. What is important, and I think that's super important, is ethnicity. Because ethnicity, by definition, is a group with a common past and a common future. So
yeah, you gotta teach people the culture, man.
yeah. So here at the Let's Have a Drink bar, right? We are the Let's Have a Drink ethnicity.
Hey,
We have a common past where we're all sitting here at this bar,
Okay.
and we'll have a common future because we've done this. We're going to be in this bar. You know what I mean? So anyone can be an ethnicity and something that's identifiable. I can one day say, maybe I walk away from this bar and I say, no, I no longer identify with that ethnicity. And that's the beauty of ethnicity. But then because race is so ingrained in our culture, you can't be colorblind.
No.
We have to acknowledge this man-made construct that now ruins everyone's lives.
No, facts. And we're all, we're dealing with it.
Yeah.
It's like, till you look at what it is, and honestly, this is for people living in America. You got to see America as capitalism, and to get that is power. The dollar's power. The system was created so these people who didn't have power in their other countries gained power, and they controlled. I don't mean to burp, excuse me again. But they controlled this land. They took over the people here, and they made this weird thing to where it's like, I'll just punch you in the face, and we'll put my hands back. You can't do nothing to me because I'm gonna lock you in a cage. And, if you do something from there, I'm going to kill you. And I'm actually legally allowed to do this. So that's the part. It's all fear ran. It's all control, manipulation, and.
And it's unfortunate because you see more and more, as more time progresses, America's standings in world health, happiness, safety, rights, it keeps dropping and dropping and dropping.
Humans. I feel like they need us to be in the middle. You don't want a human to be too ill because we'll die, and they don't want us to be too healthy because we won't need them. So they want us in the middle. They want us to be depressed, but not overly suicidal to where we're killing ourselves, but they want us to be suicidal to where they could throw us in this building for a week and take away certain rights to where now let's put it this way. If you get deep, you might have good credit, but then you have a mental episode, get put into a mental institution for a week, 2 weeks, just to chill out. They give you all these pills. You don't come back the same. You lose your job. Now you're in debt. You're forever working for the system. And it goes back to slavery. It's a way to make everybody slaves. It gets deep. It's the rabbit hole,
Yeah, no.
However everybody sees it. I feel like at the end it's all theory, speculation, but there's truths that happen. There
is
stuff that got buried that we're finding out about. Like people didn't know about Tulsa. People don't know about Black Wall Street, and they didn't learn about it in school.
Which is a fucking shame.
Yeah.
I didn't find out about that till I was 22.
People didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? People didn't understand how actually good the Black Panther Party was, as opposed to how bad they were. And it's crazy that I don't even know if people know this, but the Ku Klux Klan as an organization is not a terrorist organization, but the Black Panther Party is. And the Black Panther Party introduced free healthcare ideas, the ideology of the free lunch program.
They also support a lot of conservative ideals like the right to carry weapons and.
Yeah, hey, you're right. And, it just started as policing the police, so it is how it goes down.
While you're chatting, you want me to top you off and get another drink?
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
let's
cool.
go ahead.
Some ice.
It is, but I think the beauty of today is, and unfortunately, this is why I try to do what I can do through my music is. I want people to understand we're in a time where we're allowed to communicate with each other, so it's up to us to bring each other on the same frequency and know that I'm not your enemy. The enemy is the person who is making us work every day to pay for every single thing. And it's not even your landlord, it's the person who's making your landlord pay. It goes all the way up. Like the real enemy is the person who's controlling us like puppets.
It's the slave master posing on your dollar.
Hey man, however you feel.
Kill a mic.
So we need to come together. Because we can band together, we can help each other out. The LGBT community comes together with the Black Lives Matter. That's powerful.
Absolutely.
That's powerful. It's once everybody from, race to sexual preference to gender preference all comes together and understands the fight is human rights and protecting this earth. Because if we don't protect this earth, man, we ain't gonna have nothing. I got 2 twin boys. They might not be able to see this world when they're 80. This world might lose oxygen, and their kids might die. You know what I'm saying? So it's real, man.
It is real.
We gotta protect each other. We gotta protect this earth. We gotta take out the powers that be.
I agree. That was the last call lights. So this is gonna be the last drink I can serve you tonight. Stick around, finish it off. Once the lights do flash again, I'll have to kick you out.
Oh yeah, we good. We good. We got deep.
So you have kids. Tell me about your family.
Yeah, so I got 2 twin boys, or I got twins.
Yeah.
Boys. 2 twin boys.
Yeah.
What the hell? But
4 kids.
Zachariah and Zaire. They
wow.
both just turned 2.
Oh,
March
wow.
13th. Yeah, shout out to that. And it's been crazy, man. I come from a family of I got 6 siblings total. Got a lot of cousins. So we're big, and when children come into the family, man, it's just something that's precious, and we like to, as a tribe, collectively take care of the hive. And so it's beautiful, being a parent. It's something I never thought would happen to me. I thought I was gonna be like the fun uncle, man. And it put a new grind in me. A lot of people think like, when you have kids, it's the dream killer. And I was chasing music, and I was doing my thing, and I still. And luckily, I'm blessed, and I'm able to pay my bills with music and do certain things like that, which allows me to be there for my children. But it's just a motivator. It's a motivating factor. It's like
absolutely.
It's like putting coal in the train. It should just make you go forward, not make you stop or go back.
So is music, evidently for you, music is a viable way to take care of a family. Mm-hmm. How hard is it to make it viable, though? Because you've put a lot of time and work in before having kids.
Facts. And what's crazy is I can't even completely 100% do it right now. It's like it's there, but it's not there. And there's a way that it's like a lot of people trip because they might look at my following and be like, oh, he doesn't have a massive following. How does he make money? But it's just behind the scenes. The man that wears many hats can get through many doors. Yeah. So it's like if you're able to crack into many scenes, you can make it a very valuable source for you and your fam. So like from things from syncing, from production placements all the way to engineer work and helping artists out with engineering, all the way to director work. I might help you direct a video or do your live sound and help you set up your speakers. I could do, I wear all those hats.
You're just a man of many talents.
Man of many talents. I mastered my one, which is rap, and I'm mastering my production aspect. But
you're Mr. Citywide.
Citywide, maybe I'll teach you music. I taught people music and stuff, and I believe in general, it's like I love music, and I love to spread the positive side of music. So however I could do that, that's the most valuable source of it. Yeah. And there's so much money to be made, and that's like to wrap up all the bad talk. The beauty of now is you can make money from literally anything, and we can make money out of sound. So it's like, if you could do that, the internet helps you, man. Internet
absolutely. So, can you freestyle?
I could spit some.
So, can you freestyle, and can you teach me how to freestyle? Because I've always wondered how to do it, and I wonder if there's some techniques that I can learn how to do it.
Okay, man. The best way to learn freestyle shit is, rap about objects. So, if you could rhyme, you know how to rhyme? Everybody knows how to rhyme. Yeah. Create a pattern. Okay. So if you want to strip it down, you got to create some sort of rhythmic pattern in your mind that you can add words to that rhyme, and it keeps it going. I didn't mean for that to rhyme.
You good. You're just so ingrained into it.
You know what I'm saying? Freestyle right there. So, I might use like the can. So it'll be like, my life's chilling, I'll be the man. Twisting it up, still they got me captured, locked in the can. So it's like, I might have elongated a sentence and used the word man and can at the end of it, but like in between I told this story that painted a picture while I'm trapped in the can. So it takes a lot of practice.
Oh man.
It's the best way, you catch a beat, if you could go, I like to catch a little clap, and if I want freestyle to a clap, so I might rap about the picture over there. Look, I keep it going, perfect picture while you hate it, and we painted cozy couch, little dream, make me wait it while I'm on the little camp, chilling up, I'm the man, shout out the green haze, I hit the peanuts out the can, pause, have them chilling cause they jaws been dropping, like the girls straight topping, and they know they straight topless is me in the option, cause I bees in the trap, pushing weed out the back. Wait, did I say that? No need to fucking snitch. I ain't do it like this. I just did it off the rhyme. In these beats all the time. Call this shit Khalisol. And you know how we do. 101 with the freestyles. Yeah, I spit the truth. Let me tell you about the shot. If we take it from the drop, everybody want to act about the system of the cops. First off, fuck the system and the cops. They could ride in a hell or a cell. I could say it till they plot. Placing logic on the stuck. They was hating on the brain. Going off. Who's saying? Drop a bomb. I'm the main. Make them think. It's just all the...
You're over here like, oh, this is nothing.
It's not that easy. You definitely got to do it. But I feel like, allow yourself mentally to just be free. I like to the best way with me is knowing those techniques of rhyming certain words, and just, it doesn't have to be like complex or rhythmic flows and stuff, but if you could capture some sort of like rhythm and catch a pattern, and you catch these words to it, you know what I mean? Like to catch the beats, and I got you bobbing.
That's crazy. Yeah, I couldn't help it. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Catch the beat, and within that little space, there's ways to flow in there, and it's like when the best way, I'll tell anybody, to learn how to freestyle, if you know how to flow, just rap about objects in the room, and make sure rap about the wall, and then you might talk about a ball, your balls, piles, whatever goes in, or the chair, your hair, or like I don't know what that is, but the darts and a cart. But as long as you can think two and two together, just say it.
And you could even rhyme different words, like there's the sign and I'm having a good time. Like that's almost like.
And then the best way to keep it going is like, talk without thinking about talking. Let all the words you've learned come out of your brain.
So you don't have anything up there where you're like, okay, I'm gonna use bar and then I'm gonna use far. Like you don't have that pre in there. Is it just?
You know, it's weird. If I'm writing, I might not really, because I just go with this flow. And if I have this flow, words like come to my head, and I might have a picture. Okay. So I might like. If I start freestyling, I start putting together certain words, and like, you know, I'm deep in it, and I'm like, oh, I'm running out of words, and I feel myself running out of words, and I see a picture, and I start talking about this picture in my mind. Whatever picture comes in my mind, I start grabbing words from what I'm looking at, because ultimately we've been reading words our whole life and seeing words and reading it and subconsciously taking it in. So if you look outside, you could describe to me how outside looks, but now do that and make it rhyme.
Okay. So the trees all are green up in this scene. So like, hey, okay, gotcha.
Keep it going.
Okay, gotcha.
Keep it going. It's just like describe what you see.
Okay. I need to work. That's
make
crazy.
It rhyme.
Yeah.
Make it rhyme. You know, and I had a lot of homies that like push me forward, and when I'll be rapping, they'll be yelling words at me and like, just push me forward, man. A lot of years of practice on my end.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you've been doing this for years. I was talking with Arman. He was in my bar a while ago. You know Arman, and he referred to you as almost like the grandpa of the Albuquerque scene, in the sense that you have trained a lot of folks.
Like Yoda.
Yeah, you're like Yoda, just a little younger, more handsome. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Out here, baby. If they would call me that, I ain't know. You know, I'm only 26, baby. So.
Yeah. He might have used like the paw of the scene or something like that. Scene, but hey, like a wise, almost elder in the sense that you know a lot. You know
it's cool. I started young. I started really young. So when I was the people who were above me were Wake and Defi and my homie Precept and, you know, DJ Young Native. And when I was like 16, actually when I was 15, they were putting me in bar shows. Yeah. But then it gets deeper than that. My older cousins had rapped. So when I was younger than that, when I'm talking about 9, all the way from 7 to 9, I was rapping with them. And I was seeing them do shows around Sunshine. I would see like how they operate in the studio. So, you know, I was blessed to be part of many different generations of rap, from like the people that were pushing CDs and selling it to my era, which was the internet SoundCloud era, to like where it's at now. So it's like, I know both sides of the hustle. Oh, yeah. And I was able to do a lot of shows, and I was throwing a lot of shows to where like now I wear Father Time on my back. And it's like something where, you know, the kid that might have played the piano when he was 5 and he's 22 now, or 26 now, he might have mastered it and it looks like he's old. Yeah. But it's just because he put a lot of time being out there and like making sure he's working.
You put the grind in. I love it.
Put the grind in. I just got good. You know, you look back at my old stuff, it's tight because you hear it, you're like, oh, the fuck? And then, you know,
it's cool to see the progression though. So you're back in town, obviously, from filming. Do you have any shows coming up? Because we have people in the bar, obviously. Do you have any shows that you can invite people to?
June 16th.
Yeah.
Khalisol, Homecoming show. We in the building. Come through. House is burning at the launch pad. We turning it up. 21 plus though. Fair. And then June 18th, you could catch me at Civic Plaza before I head back out to LA. Okay,
so you're part of the Juneteenth celebration.
I'm part of the Juneteenth celebration. So I'll be on Saturday. Yeah. I know who the main headliner is. I don't know if they told anybody.
They haven't told me yet. Can you tell us?
I can't. I can't. No, stitches get stitches, baby. Yo, you can't even tell that I said it. You know what I mean? I ain't a part of Juneteenth. I'm just lying. It's a surprise. It's a surprise.
Absolutely. Well, that's exciting because 16th is your show. I know Cowboy Killer's coming back in town on the 17th, also playing at the Lunch Pad.
Cowboy about to shut it down too.
Khalisol, Cowboy, and then Juneteenth with all y'all.
To cap it off, and you know, Scuddy will be on my set, so you know, we got Scuddy Records in the building. Rakim Elnor will be with me.
Hell yeah!
The other end, that's the assassin, man. That dude right there, dude.
That dude's insane. He's a legend.
Hey, bro, you know, if I'm a grandpa, you know what I'm saying. If they go call us what they call us right there, they gonna say, "I'm gonna call Rakim up again the Jay-Z, baby." That's what he do, dude.
Do you know a guy? He's one of my favorite rappers. He's almost smaller on this scene. He used to be in a band with Kieran. Sayer.
Bruh, Sayer my dude, bruh.
Sayer. I love Sayer. He dropped his track back in 2018. It's called Rain.
Oh, man.
And I listen to that at least like once a month.
Yeah, no,
it's like one of my favorite songs.
He record out the camp, bro. Sayer's the man.
Oh, so he's part of the whole, okay, yeah.
Well, no, you know, he has his own vibe, but he record, me and him have a mutual buddy who records. That's one of my mentors, M. Scott Loves Life. Yeah. If you trying to get your sound out there, M. Scott Loves Life gonna make sure you sound right. If you heard what was on TV, like I did on TV, that's all Albuquerque. That's M. Scott Loves Life right there. So, you know, make sure you go check out M. Scott Loves Life. I say it again. Sailor Loves Life, baby.
That's awesome.
But no, you know, growing up, you know, Sayer from like through mutual friends, from Rakim Elnor all the way up to like, you know, my girlfriend. So it's like, you know, people know Sayer around the scene. So that's my bro.
I see him around all the time for some reason. So I'm always like, hey, yo, Sayer.
Sayer bringing heat, man.
Super cool. That's crazy. So has having kids, has having twins changed the type of music that you're putting out?
It didn't. Yes, because I realized the power of music, but not necessarily in the way of my freedom of speech. I'm more conscious now, being like, let me make sure I don't lead a bad example of being like, talking about certain things that my kids are going to grow to and have negative habits on. But let me speak about the truth. Let me give them insight about who I am. Yeah. So it didn't really change. It did change. Yeah. Because something
changed a little bit.
So it changed, man. If anything, even if it's a little bit, it's changed. Yeah. So
you're a different person after you have kids.
I don't even remember how I was before I had kids, bro. I used to be different. I used to be different. Now, now I became more of a kid. So you're supposed to become an adult. It's not you watching your kids grow, it's your kids watching you grow. So, when I had my kids, I became 0 too.
That's fair. That's a really interesting opinion on that, and I think it's supported by a lot of people who have kids. And
but you get to watch all those cartoons again. You just get dumbed down. You like, oh shit.
SpongeBob time.
You're like Spider-Man, P. I got the X-Men. Y'all got the X-Men. They don't even like it. They're like, you watching it more than they're watching it. They don't know what's happening. You didn't fucking hyped on it. I'm like, shit, man. Toy Story. How many times you watch The Lion King? We watching it 5. You watching that one? What's up? We doing something.
What's your favorite, let's go old school, right? From when we were growing up, because you're 26, right?
26.
I'm 24, so we're the same generation, right? What was your favorite network to watch cartoons on? Because there was Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon,
bro, we be beefing,
Disney.
Bro. Every network be beefing. I love Cartoon Network because they had Boomerang, and then they had that freaking Tsunami, baby. That was the thing.
Yeah.
Samurai Jack. You couldn't mess with Samurai Jack. They know going back. And then Dragon Ball, come on, man. They had us going in. They had it righteous.
Then they had Ed, Eddie.
But then Nickelodeon had Last Airbender, so it's kind of hard. I bounce between Nickelodeon and Cartoon, but I would pick Cartoon Network over that because even Adult Swim. Yeah. So getting, when I was a kid, I got exposed to Boondocks and stuff like that. That shit just messed me up, man.
I feel like Airbender is one of the better TV shows ever made, though. So that's what's hard for me. Man. I also really like PBS, like Public Access.
PBS, baby, with
Arthur Cyber Chase, man.
Oh, man, Arthur, baby. Arthur, wonderful time, baby. Yeah. Wonderful time.
So I got to cut you off, man. You can kill that if you want. You can leave it. It's up to you.
All right, this is for the game.
All right, there we go. While you're killing that, I wanted to let you know about the podcast that we started. It's called the Let's Have a Drink podcast. We have 6 or 7 episodes up already. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and I think we're even on Google Music as well. Streaming all over the place. Feel free to check it out. It's called the Let's Have a Drink podcast.
You just try to network right here.
Oh heck yeah! This is networking right there, man.
My phone dead. My phone. So first off, I gotta remember that.
Yeah.
My phone dead now.
We'll give you a business
card.
Definitely
check that out, baby. And it's crazy. You said that, but I heard about y'all. Yeah. So that's why I came here. I came here to network with you.
Hell yeah! That makes me feel good.
You know what I mean? I was sneaking in the background. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do.
I love it.
Gotta look around.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, man. I really appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll catch you next time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.